Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia Spiritualite, and we're here for another video. We're going to talk about the great conjunction of 2022. Again, this is a it's something the Gentiles were talking about it, right? But they missed a few things, and even the ones who talked about this great conjunction, they did not get. They got two of the conjunctions, and not all three. And they really the discussions I heard is that it was downplayed tremendously, and I don't think that is actually the proper perspective on it. So I said I would just throw my hat in and talk a little bit about it. Again, the actual conjunction, as you can see on our chart here, it occurred on August the 1st. And it's if you look at the number 10 on the inside ring, you have oh goodness, you have Uranus, North Node, and Mars, all in the same house, all at the same degree, all in Taurus, which is the bull. Very, very aggressive sign, ruled by Venus. So, all of those things being said, you know what that is. Um, and I would also like to point out that these things are all very, very close to Saturn, which you see is in the eighth house, which is also in retrograde. So it's not it's bad enough if you have this conjunction and whatnot, but it's even worse when you have Saturn making this conjunction more intense and you don't even know what the conjunction means because it's never happened. So it is extremely risky for certain politicians who have done what they've done. But we'll see if it works out for them, um, because this conjunction has never happened. Again, the 10th house, the reason why I bought this chart, I just did another video. We also have occurring at the same exact time the great watery retrograde, which is like all these different water-based planets that are all in retrograde. But I wanted to point this out because if you look at the 10th house, it's the house of father, authority, government, and career. So you have this once in an earth cycle conjunction that is happening in the house of the father. That is not by accident. That is not by it's not by accident. Okay, let's just put it that way. The father has, and it's funny because I do my card readings every day, for everybody, just to help them manage the mundane day-to-day stuff, so you don't get distracted by it. That's the point of my readings, to help people manage their emotions. You're a physical being. You're flesh wrapped stardust, but you still have that flesh, so it's to help you deal with the flesh part. It's just a tool in a toolbox, and I personally am willing to use every tool that I have if it will help me get to the Father. That's me, and that's it. That's all. So anyway, this conjunction happened actually in the house of the Father, um, which is that has never happened before. So that just says, oh, I was saying that um, the Father, we kept getting the Father. The Most High kept showing up in my readings, showing up. The Father would show up, then the Son would show up, then the Father. And I was like, dang, not only is the Father was here, he is here, and he's coming. And I now understand what a lot of that meant has to do with this particular conjunction. Because it was like he's coming, and then he was here. And so the Father is indeed here, in represented in this conjunction. And so we'll see what this means in a second. All right, so I try to leave the pages where I get the information from, so you can, of course, go back and do your own research, come to your own conclusions. I don't know anything. I'm just reading off of a website, and adding the commentary that I get, that the angels are nudging me to say. But I'm no genius. I don't have any uh, you know, special anointing or anything like that. I'm just a soldier in the army, all right? And I'm just on the field fighting for the uh the glory of my father. So that's, let me just say that, all right? So this says from the end of July all the way through the month of August, there's an unsettling energy flowing into the cosmic sides. The unsettling energy peaks on July 31st as Uranus, the planet of change and awakening, aligns with the lunar north node, which is considered our highest point in destiny. Taurus rules over anything relating to finances. Ooh, Lord. Agriculture and the environment. Okay, so automatically we see finances, agriculture, and the environment. And guess what? It's again, before I can even finish this, you have finances, agriculture, and environment, and it's in the house of it's in Taurus, and it's in the house of the father, which is actually earth sign. It's Capricorn. So you have a heavy earth energy on the earth, Taurus and Capricorn, right? And then you have this conjunction of Saturn, which is slowing it down, which is why you see the extremely slow destruction of the earth, because you got Capricorn, rules the 10th house. You have um the daggone Taurus energy with these things being in Taurus, and then you have it slowed down by Saturn. So, um, man, this is intense, man. The addition of Mars. Uh, oh wait. Will that finish this? As it is ruled by Venus, it can also bring awareness to the matters of the heart, including our relationships and our feelings of self-worth and value. So I think a lot of us, on Monday realized how important and how valuable we were, as members of the nation, tribe, or whatever we're part of, and as to the Most High. And I think that we just got a huge revelation just when this conjunction started, because we decided to do a 40-day fast. I had already decided to do one on my own. I hadn't quite picked a start date, but it was probably going to be around that time anyway. So like I said, I had already decided to do a fast, and said the whole nation we're going to do a fast together. All right, that's no problem. And we had no idea about any of this astrological stuff. I'm really a um I'm not really a person who like tracks the planets like that. I started doing a daily report on them, but I still a lot of stuff just like zooms past my head, because I'm just I'm looking at a lot of different information, and so I didn't even realize that this thing was happening, and I probably reported on it and it didn't even occur to me. So that this was a thing. So, anyway, the addition of Mars, even though short lived, adds a fiery element to all of this too, meaning that whatever comes into our awareness may stir heated emotions. And this is playing out on a more global level. It may inspire revolutionary acts, changes that are met with resistance or even protest, or massive fires, literally fires, or massive floods, literally floods, which we are seeing both, or literal earthquakes, which we are also seeing. It's also can cause, I mean, it doesn't say this, but it can also cause the literal planet to react in a very aggressive manner, which is what we're seeing. Saturn is also in the mix too, forming a weak but active alignment to Uranus. This energy dynamic was a major feature for 2021 and created a push-pull between the old Saturn and the new Uranus. You can read more on it, but we may see ripples of Saturn's activity add into the mix too, which I don't know. That may be true, but Saturn slows everything down. So what I see is a very slow, very painful collapse of the old system. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see. The physically, psychically intuited symbol for this degree of 18 degrees is a new continent rising out of the ocean. This is why I was so excited to do this video. We have been talking about something like this for the longest time, and literally, we have the Father, we have the planet showing up in the house of the Father, basically demanding that this planet rise from the ocean. And people don't, this is why the Gentiles are not talking about it because they literally don't know what to do with this information. It's totally against anything they've ever heard. And so they don't want to address this. So this is why this sentence is the reason why they don't want to address it. A new continent rising out of the ocean. Seeing a new continent rising out of the ocean evokes all sorts of feelings, a wonder, a mystery, excitement about this new land and what it may hold. While there is this impulse to explore the new, a continent doesn't emerge from the water without a lot of rumbling and shaking. You can't, as Brother Levi says, a new tenant cannot move in while the old tenant is still there. The old tenant has to go. These people, these Gentiles have to go. Um, all right. So, discovering a whole new continent can also rattle our own beliefs or change the way we have been thinking about the world. Whatever unfolds under this fated alignment is important to remember that Uranus is the planet of awakening. While it can bring unsettling information or even shock information at times, it does so to awaken our minds, to push us further, and to help us break free from boundaries and restrictions. Uranus is responsible for activating our Kundalini energy, for opening our third eye, and ascending us to higher levels of consciousness. So the thing about it is, like, if you have not done a lot of the work, or if you are you have your heart covered, or whatever the case may be, when Uranus comes in, it's going to cause you to behave in an erratic manner because it literally is responsible for activating our kundalini energy and ascending us to higher levels of consciousness. The energy of Uranus can spark innovation and lead to radical new ideas. As it joins with the North Node, we can use this energy to free ourselves from all that is holding us back, to give grounded energy to our radical ideas, and to move us from a more awakened, mindful state. Uranus is responsible. Okay, I said that. North Node is not a planet or cosmic body, but rather a mathematical axis calculated between the sun and the moon. It is a sacred karmic point. So, this is where the sun and the moon meet in the middle, the father and the mother. It is activated. Let me see. It is sacred. Where is it activated? Oh, it's activated by Uranus. We are all getting shake up to move us to our highest destiny and a higher expression of our truth. Consciously working with this energy can help us activate our purpose, move us into alignment with our destiny, and help us to awaken our consciousness to higher levels. So we started that fast without even knowing this is the energy that will help us to ascend. And so again, if you haven't started a fast or some sort of way to harvest the energy, you're more than welcome to join our fast. Is just pick whatever you want. You don't have to do food. I'm doing 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. With vegetables, raw vegetables, and fruits and nuts only. You could do only water. You could do whatever you want. The whole thing is that you need to put some energy out there so that you can harvest the energy that's coming in so that you can transmute it and use it to ascend. All right, predictions for the North Node Uranus North Node conjunction. So, powerful awakenings that change the course of our planet's future. Yes. Revolution, especially in areas relating to finance, agriculture, and the environment, or burning down of everything and total destruction by water. Chess. Yes. Ingenious or radical inventions that challenge the old versus the new. We've been doing that, but yes, more of that. Rattling of long held beliefs, check. Change and innovation or the world of technology that is coming. A push for greater freedom by the people. Upheaval or change to farming and agriculture. Increased food supply issues and supply and demand issues in general. Instability in financial markets. Profound changes to global financial markets. Environmental issues. Natural resource issues. Strong weather patterns, which we have seen. All right, so this is more about, and as you can see in this picture, this is why I wanted to get this picture. I try not to take people's pictures, but this literally looks like a planet rising out. I mean, a continent rising out of the water. That's what this these literal symbols literally look like, the rising of something. Okay, so the conjunction between Uranus and the North Node becomes exact at 18 degrees on Taurus on July 31st, and the Mars conjunction becomes exact on 1st of August. The events may happen on the same day in your time zone. Mars will be conjunct with Uranus and North Node by degree from July 22nd July to 15 August, while Uranus stays within a few degrees of the North Node for the rest of the year and into February 2023. When does what happens in February 2023? I don't have a holy slide whistle. I wish I had a hold my holy bell, but hey, we all know what's coming in March of 2023. It's all all right. Anyway, the Saturn Uranus square will be triggered by this transit, as Saturn has been squaring the nodes since February this year and it remains in its orb until December. Saturn and Uranus are almost form an exact square in October at 18. Wait a minute, Saturn and Uranus? Yikes! In October at 18 degrees Taurus, right now. So this. Oh Lord, these people are not going to catch a break. From the same degree as the Uranus Mars North Node stellium by, and it's a stellium. Man, this is dang. I hope someone talks about that. I don't have time to go get the information, but stelliums are a whole different thing. By then, Mars will be in Gemini, but he goes retrograde at the end of October, stirring up a different type of disruption. When Uranus and Mars get together, they tend to trigger shocks and disruption. Uranus is unpredictable and electrifying, while Mars brings heat and anger. Shocking. Add the North Node into the mix and everything becomes intensified. Then the North Node is in retrograde, so super intensified. Then it's conjunct with Saturn, which is super slow and intense. Previous alignments of Uranus nodes have coincided with storms and extreme weather, as well as crashes and industrial accidents. And then somebody has a list of all of that. The North Node increases the energies at play. So in Taurus, that means a desire for stability, security, self worth, self sufficiency, practical values, and the appreciation for the arts and sensual pleasure. The North Node in Taurus may intensify greed and self indulgence, but also the desire to find true inner security and wealth. Uranus and Mars joining forces with the North Node means security will be hard to come by. We can expect an intensification of the already volatile financial situation with the potential for shocks and unpredictability in the areas of banking, food, and agriculture, real estate, supply chains, energy disruption. It also adds fuel to the disputes and wars already in play, which we can see. Events can move incredibly fast with shocking news coming from all sides, throwing you off balance constantly. If you think it's already like that now, the pace is about to pick up. This was written before the conjunction started. This could be. Supply chain breakdown, food shortages, price rises, crop failures due to bad weather, blackouts, fuel poverty leading to disconnection, bankruptcies, and revelations of corruption, money laundering, and inflation off the charts. We have seen all of this. Since the 1st of August, we have seen all of this, and they're trying to cover it up, but it's not even working. We've seen every bit of this. Okay, the response to these fears will also be unpredictable, like Nancy Pelosi going to China. What in the world? Taiwan. That is the stupidest. I don't even understand why you would do that at this time when everything is so unpredictable. That's another reason. All right. With the potential for explosions of violence, rioting, and civil unrest, pitchforks and torches and misery and hunger drives people to extremes. This has already begun in some places like Sri Lanka and is likely to spread as the year unfolds. Here we go. This person had a conversation with somebody. All right. This transit could also trigger awakenings and increase awareness of the issues we face, leading to positive change, action, and change. In fact, whatever happens, we won't be able to avoid change from this point forward. We're not going back. Oh, so some of the Gentiles do know we're not going back. The consequences of decades of poor decisions and the general entropy of collapsing the system are now barreling towards us. Um, Let me read this last sentence. But you can also take this as an opportunity to break free from whatever is holding you back, keeping you stuck or trapped. All right. Let's see. Um, Here we go. Remember that Mars adds heat and intensity, so you may feel extra jittery and restless. Nobody will be getting much sleep. Finding something creative to channel the extra energy into, or it could create illness, accidents, and fights. Be careful with sharp, pointy things and fire. And it's funny because a lot of the readings I've been getting has been like, okay, make sure you don't get into any arguments on this day. Somebody is going to be really upset this day, and it's been a lot of that, and I've been like, why is this? Why is everything is coming out? And this is not on the astrology side. This is on the angel side, the tarot side. So I understand now that the angels are just really preparing us for these people. Some people will not be able to handle this energy, and they're going to be very, very aggressive, and you have to be able to deal with them. Okay, so oh goodness. Oh, all right. I'm sorry about that. Um, Here we go. This is the return of the North Node in Taurus after 19 years. The last time this was in 2003. Um, I'm not gonna read that. Uh, Let me see. This electrifying and radical energy of Uranus will push humankind towards its destiny and future. Everyone will be tested, and a lot of people fail the test, okay? Each nation feels and will feel the push according to its own geopolitical situation. Um, Let me read this. I've skipped this one. When Uranus is acting out, the goal is an upgrade, a push towards personal and collective evolution. Interestingly, the Sabian symbol for Taurus 18 is a woman airing an old bag through a sunny window. 19 is a new continent rising out of the ocean. All right. So, more than one person have talked about the continent rising out of the sun, the ocean. So, as Uranus father sky, so basically Uranus is in its own house, the house of the father. Okay, is one of the transpersonal planets. Its impact is often more collective, affecting societies, especially when meeting the North Node in the sign of manifestation of life, which is Taurus. Also, again, the North Node is the middle point between the mother and the father, which is, um, if you're looking at the circles, would be like the sun. You know what I mean? The SUN. I mean SON. Um, Uranus is associated with electricity, technology. We can expect sudden financial upheavals. Taurus is wealth and finances, civil disorder, disruption, and fortunately, the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. Um, Both Pluto and Saturn are still in retrograde, thus adding the weight that the light is willing to infuse and move on its ascending journey. Pluto is joyfully assisting the change, while Saturn, squaring the nodes, is pushing the brakes. The crystallization of the deity's dream is slow, yet on accelerated move, thanks to Uranus. And yeah, another thing I want to add to this that I just thought about is that you have Pluto sort of grounding everybody because it's the only thing that's really in retrograde, but it's retrograde underneath the surface, and so it's really grounding the rest of the rest of the chart, which is interesting. Um, let's see. All right, Mars, second ruler of Scorpio, will support Uranus' enthusiasm for a radical revolution. Together, they will jolt out our consciousness and our world, coming to an exact conjunction at 18.43 on Taurus on August 2nd. On August 1st, the North Node alignment with our future and destiny will be in retrograde at Taurus at 18.41 and on August the 2nd at 18.32. Heaven is screaming for alignment. Jupiter, uh, Sun and Jupiter in good. Something. I didn't cut that. Okay. Um, the world as a collective might face more explosive military action or an alignment with divine purpose. Interestingly, the battle for abortion moves forward. Blah 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 blah. At a personal level, with Mars, you will either make a sudden decision, feel a renewal of your creativity, or a need for beauty, stability, and financial security. All right, so here's what War Gentiles are saying about this connection. Sorry. On let's see. On July 31st, we received the transit we have all been waiting for. So they've been waiting for it, but they didn't tell us. An exact North Node Uranus conjunction at 18 degrees Taurus, where a new, see, they've been waiting for the new planet, the new continent to rise. That's why they have their mega boats because they thought this new continent was going to rise and they'd be able to go on it. This transit only takes place once every 13 years and will never happen again in the sun sign in our lifetime. This fateful conjunction is furthermore powered by Mars at 17 degrees, adding major power to this union. Uranian transits always bring a sense of hope and electricity, so when it activates a node of destiny, we should anticipate unforeseen fates. It gives us an exciting flash into the future and brings us somewhere that's meant for us, of which we are yet aware. The North Node specifically pushes us towards experiences, openings, and people that provide our ultimate opportunity for our future. When this transit delivers you a message, it's imperative to trust the universe and allow it to take you down a path what is meant to be yours. The best way to work with this radical energy is not to plan or expect anything. That's a lie. We plan the whole lot and we expect the whole lot. All right. Keep your eyes, or maybe the Gentiles shouldn't plan or expect anything. Keep your eyes and heart open to what is meant for you and allow it to flow freely to drive you to your destiny. That's the last one. And I just so as you can see, again, this conjunction has not happened. It won't happen again in our lifetime in this sun cycle and this sun. Um, this is uh this is the right time to harvest a lot of energy. You can harvest as much energy as you wish. It's just when you harvest something, you have to use it. You have to transmute it. You have to turn it into something else, and you have to use it. You can't harvest something and then hold on to it forever. When you harness energy, you can store it for a long time. But when you harvest energy, you have to put it back out. You have to bring it, you have to turn it in something else, and you have to use it. So, building stuff right now, creating stuff, writing stuff, like I said in my readings at the beginning of the week, if you just, figure out what you want to do, the things that you love and can do in service to your fellow uh, uh, worker in the vineyard, then you will be making the best use of this energy. And I didn't even know all of this when I said that, but now seeing this is literally what it is. You want to be creating, you want to be building, you want to be doing stuff, you want to be developing, and then you will be able to make the best use of this energy. So, um, and it's more information. If more information comes out, I'll do a part two video. But we have all made it through the great conjunction of 2022. Um, and congratulations for being a winner. Congratulations, as I always say, for making the right choice at the Wheel of Fortune. So, um, to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace and always remember the Most High is your peace. Shalom, everyone.